Ladies and gentlemen, Jay Haft here. I'm going to do a review on this 2004 Dyna Superglide. I've been watching some of these reviews on here, and you know, these people are trying to sell them for a dealership, and they do a review on the bike. They probably know quite a bit about it, but for me, I've been an owner of this bike for 10 years, and it's not for sale. This is going to be a fair and honest review and complete. I'm going to start back here, and I got the stock brakes on here, and you know, it's a Harley. They're so-so. It's got Screaming Eagle slip-on exhaust, and then you got a Screaming Eagle air cleaner. It's actually basically a K&N. It has like a sock on it for a rain sock on there. This model didn't have chrome, but you can get a pretty good luster with the aluminum. But it's a yearly thing. You got to do it yearly. I took in this has the forward controls, and I took and put these Kiriakin pedals on here with what they call a stirrup here. The only thing is don't get your shoelaces on there, as you're going to be in deep shit. Okay. Right now I got 17,000 miles on this beast. I bought it with 1,500. Whoever had it didn't do much on it. They put the chrome controls on here. I put this chrome top on here on top of the light there. I also put different wheels on because I had a little bit of a bend in the wheel in the front. So I found these on Craigslist at the time. No, it's all Facebook Marketplace. But these are off of 2003, the anniversary model. This is 2004. Put this little backrest on there and stuff, and I bought this chrome license plate thing here at a rummage sale for $25, believe it or not. And I've been running the Dunlop tires, kind of like with standard equipment. And the guy before me put on these fancy red sparkle wires. I've done basically most of all the service with this. I've never left me on the road, never broke down. Again, you can see the stirrups and stuff on there. Put this different cover on here. Every year I kind of tried to do something. Down the bottom I put that little cover that covers up the part of the belt guard. It's got the different axle caps on it. Changed the plugs a few times and stuff on there. But I'm just going to show you. I'm just going to start it up for it. I'll turn it off right away. But you can see where the pipes are here. I got my hand on the pipes, so if that was hot, you know, you wouldn't want to touch it, that's for sure. Thing starts, it's amazing. It's always started this way. Kind of runs on a fast idle and stuff like that, but then once it warms up, it cools off. This is one of the first years of the fuel injection on here, which is nice and stuff, you know, because it you don't have to deal with a manual choke and stuff like that. I've been pretty fortunate. I haven't had any accidents with it. I've had this, and the cool thing about this is actually a 10-year review. Okay. In 2006 they went to the bigger motor. And they went with a 6-speed transmission. You know, if I was you, and they also have like a wider front forks on here, and I believe larger diameter. I would probably go with the 2006, you know, because the extra gear, the wider forks, and the bigger engine and stuff. Although it's plenty fast enough. I put the Daymaker headlight on. I bought that. That was $500, but I bought it on sale. I got it for, it was like 25% off for $375. But there's a lot of companies that make them now. But a good way to describe it is, you know, what does the money do you, you know, if you're dead, you know, because you can really see better at night. It could save your life with deer and stuff, and especially like in Wisconsin where I live. You can see down here what I put on was it's a reusable air cleaner. Reusable oil filter. Okay, and what that is you just buy it one time and then you're done with it. put these real nice passenger floorboards on. They really help you, you know, you don't want to discourage your girl from riding with you. Let's see. It probably could use an oil cooler, because once you get over 90 degrees, it gets hot. Your butt gets hot. You know, you want to try to keep moving out of traffic. And I put this silly little badge on the back here too. One of the things that I contemplated off and on was different shocks, because if you get a really big pothole, you can hit these and they hit hard. I'm telling you, they're hard. Yeah. Get the matching different Harley Davidson skull. I guess Willie G had something to do with that. Fun bike, you know. I recommend him, and it's been good to me. No engine problems. You know, everybody knows the problems with these, with the chain tensioners on the cam chain and stuff. It's an issue on these, but I've been lucky so far, and I got 17,000. A lot of it is I don't run this that hard, and you know, some of these guys on the internet and stuff, they talk about the different oils. Oh, you had to run Harley oil. That reminds me of a guy. One time I was out at Fleet Farm, I know him, and he goes, "Do they have snowblower oil for the transmission and the engine on a snowblower?" If you have a 2-cycle, yeah, but he had a 4-cycle one, and no, there's no such thing as snowblower oil. And that's one of the things you have to understand, that like Harley Davidson does not make oil. They do not have a refinery to refine oil. They buy the oil. They have someone make it for you. I had heard somebody say, on the internet, that Sunoco was where they got their oil, but you know, I can't be sure about that. But it's one of those things that I run the Mobile 2050, and they can say run it in all 3 holes, which I do. You know, your engine oil, and which is right here. You know, and then your transmission is here, and then your primary and stuff like that. So, like I said, I just wanted to do a nice review on here. But somebody actually owns one, not trying to sell it. This isn't for sale. You know, as long as you take care of your bike, you know, it should last you a long time, your Harley. You know, you got to beat the crap out of it and do burnouts and, you know, try to do wheelies and stuff. No, I'm 65 years old. I don't do that. I drive this motorcycle. Brakes, I would love to go with a performance machine brake in the back. I had an 84 Superglide, and people, oh, you're doing the brakes. Yeah, they don't work very well. And that's just kind of the thing with Persona with Harley. What I did on my 84 is I put 2 performance machine brakes, brake rotors and calipers on the front. And what happened is, all I had to do when it was wet out is just touch that a little bit, lock up that front brake. And I thought that was a little bit too much. But that's why I think, you know, eventually maybe down the road I'll put on a performance machine rotor and caliper for the rear and stuff. And a lot of times people will go with the steel braided lines, because you don't have as much, you know, give, you know, because the rubber's soft, and when you put the brake on, it can expand the tube instead of, the pressure is kind of alleviated through that. One of the things too, guys, you know, if you know, your mechanics, like if you have like a Porsche or something like that, they recommend you change the brake fluid every year, because they sit, okay? And sometimes if you do that, your calipers can seize up and stuff like that, or get some rust and not, because brake fluid absorbs water. So don't be afraid to have your brake fluid changed and stuff on them. Another big thing is, you know, your tire pressure on bikes and stuff like that. But that's pretty much it. Like I said, this is coming from someone who actually owned the bike for 10 years, not somebody who's trying to sell it, you know, that, you know, their boss told them to make a video on it. But there it is, Black Beauty. Harley, something about a black Harley. Thanks, folks.